Hey guys, welcome to another episode on Heart on the Beat. Today I'm gonna have a very special guest here. His name is Laurentius, he's a producer, and I'm gonna call him now. Like always, I prepared some questions for him, so let's go. Hello,
Hey, Ronja.
how are you?
I'm fine. I'm really good. How are you?
I'm good too. I'm just switching you into the stream right now. Can you see
Oh.
yourself now?
Let me see. Let me check.
Let's
Um,
check that out before we dive into it.
yeah, I think I can.
Okay, perfect. Okay, then let's just start. Maybe you can tell the people who you are and what you're doing.
Yeah, sure. So, I'm Laurentius. I'm a pop producer from the Netherlands. Yeah, I live in Zwolle. Zwolle is like a relatively large city in the Netherlands, though it only has like 200,000 people living here. Yeah, I mostly produce pop music, like I said, with a tropical and yeah, usually chill, easy listening touch to it. And yeah, I've been doing it for about 6 years now.
Wow, 6 years.
Yeah.
That's been quite a time. But how did that start with the music? When did you start getting into the industry, though?
Yeah, it started out, I think it's kind of like the basic, um, the basic kind of story that most of the DJs have that emerged in 2014-ish. I just heard Avicii and Swedish House Mafia on the radio and I became a really, really big fan. And I just wanted to know how to create that music and I wanted to do that as well. And yeah, that's basically how I started and I never stopped.
Wow, crazy. So you heard somebody like Avicii and you were like, "Oh my gosh, I want to do that too." Like how does that work? Crazy, very interesting. And how did you then start with it? Like did you buy a set and just play around
Um,
with it, or how were your first steps?
Yeah, that's actually quite a funny story because my father actually introduced me to a DAW or a digital audio workstation,
No.
which is like this software that we use to create music. Um, and there was like this feature on there that you could do text to speech functions in.
Yeah.
So you type in like these messages, and then a random generated voice in the software will say that phrase that you typed in. And I thought it was so funny. And then I kind of went from there and I discovered that you could actually make music in that program. And I just started learning about how to do that. And yeah, I still learn new things every day. So yeah, it never stops.
Crazy though that your dad introduced you into it. Is he also a musician?
No, he's actually not. It was just like a bit of fun at first, just to show me how that worked and something like, oh, look, Lars, here's a new gadget. Come check this out. And then I discovered that I could make music in it, and that's how it started.
Crazy. I mean, your dad had a good one there though, because it's
Definitely,
it's what you're
definitely.
doing now. So he was kind of right to
Yeah,
show
I
it.
owe it to him, I guess.
Yeah, crazy story. Very interesting. Okay, so what was, or is there a person that inspired you or supported you very much along your way, like from your family, maybe your dad or friends? Who supported you the most?
Yeah, I must say my family, they've always been very supportive and yeah, shared my music on social media and yeah, started listening to it when people were visiting or they were visiting people. And my mother actually, she goes on vacation every week, every year. On like a winter vacation to go skiing, and she has this group of ladies that she goes with every year, and she always sends me videos of them playing my
No.
music on the road. So it's really fun, and I really appreciate all the support.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Really. So they rock to it. They're like, woo.
Yeah, they're jamming.
They're jamming. Oh, cool. That's very cool. I see. You have a very supportive family when it comes to your music. How did they react when you told them that it was what you want to do with your life?
Again, they reacted very supportive, and they said, if this is what you want to do, if this is what makes you happy, then we support you 100%. And I'm really happy that I have the opportunity to do so. So yeah,
Crazy, crazy, awesome. I'm happy to hear like that your family is so open to it. Like that's very cool, very
yeah,
important. Like because I think that when you're working in this industry, it's so important to have people in your circle, also privately, that support this. But because unless I think it's difficult to even go that path.
yeah, definitely.
Okay. Next question. How would you describe your sound?
How would I describe my sound? Well, I've briefly touched it in the intro already, but I guess it's more warm and tropical melodic sounds. So yeah, easy listening in the sense that you can put it on the background. And I've actually been heard. I've heard that my music is played in like sushi bars and everything from there. Um,
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really funny. That's a really funny story, actually. One of the vocalists that I'm currently working with actually discovered me in a sushi bar in Las
No,
Vegas.
no.
And yeah, he just Shazammed that song, one of my songs. It's called You Got Me. And yeah, he just got in touch with me over, I think it was Instagram. And yeah, now we started working on music together. So that's a fun story.
That's a
Um,
very fun story. So,
yeah,
so he just heard you and he was like, "Who is this? Like, I got my sushi here, but I want to know who did this." And
I
then he
guess.
contacted you. Crazy. Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward for the project. So, when is
Yeah.
it going to drop? Do you also already have like a date, or is it still in the working?
This is still a work in progress, but yeah, I got a lot of new music coming soon. One is actually a confirmed date already, which is July 10th. So
Ooh.
yeah, gonna release a new song then, and it's gonna be a really, really cool one. It's something different, something unique.
Oh, I'm very excited for that. How did it even come that you were like, this is the genre you want to play in? Could you ever imagine to switch the genre, for example?
Um, I don't know. I actually just yeah, I produce what is on my mind and is on my current state of mind, I
Mm-hmm.
guess. So if I'm happy, I make happy music. If I'm sad, I make a little bit more emotional and sad music. And yeah, usually I just uh, end up making chill music anyways. I don't know what it is, but I always get back to the
Ah,
central theme, which is relaxed and easy listening music that you can play on the radio and when you wanted to relax in weekends or something. And yeah, I always had a vision as an artist that I want to bring a smile or a good feeling to somebody. And I think that is the most important thing when I produce music. So
wow.
it doesn't necessarily mean that I will stick in this genre as long as I can keep my vision and my mission alive, which is just to inspire people through my music.
This is so beautiful, what you're saying there. I'm
You.
melting. I think it's so beautiful. And yeah, I totally get what you're saying. You're like just catching up the vibe that you have inside of you, and that's how your music turns out. Like, who knows
Exactly.
what
Yeah.
genre that is? It is what you feel. Okay, very cool, very interesting. All in all, did you um when you make your music, where do you take the most of your ideas from? Is it just like you catch the vibe, or do you have certain things that inspire you when you start producing, or how does that work?
Okay. I have a saying for that. It's a healthy mix.
Oh,
Um, it goes different every time, I guess. Sometimes when I hear a song, I get really inspired and I bloom with new inspiration. But other times, I just start playing music, playing like piano or guitar or something, and then I go from there. Or sometimes I just just start singing or humming a melody, and I just yeah try to get it into my music production software and go from there. It's different every time, actually.
Wow, interesting. So you never know when it's going to happen. It's like
You never
sometimes
know. Yeah.
you sit there, you just have an idea and pick it up. Crazy.
Yeah.
I think that's very interesting to see how people come to the products or the tracks that they make.
Yeah.
Okay. What are your future plans in the music industry? Do you have some?
Yeah, so there's one thing. I tend to not to rely too much on setting goals. I just have one goal, and that's the goal which I had when I started out already, which is just to work hard and continue working hard every day and just make the most out of the day that you can as a musician.
Wow.
So, yeah, not necessarily that I want to have, for instance, 100 new fans by the end of the month, but I just want to work as hard as possible to realize that instead of just working towards numbers, because I feel like the industry today is too much focused on streams and followers, and yeah, I just wanted to keep it all in the central theme of music and art. Yeah.
I see. I see. I think it's very true what you're saying there, actually,
Yeah.
and a very important, good way to do it. Because unless you start looking for what people want to hear, and that's when it starts getting fake. And
Yeah.
yeah, very interesting. Okay, could you ever imagine to make a completely different job though?
Yeah, yeah. I actually just quit one 2 weeks ago.
What? Tell me about it. I'm excited. Wait,
Yeah,
what are
so
you doing now?
currently I'm just working in the music industry again, but I'm still a student. I still study international business, which is a bachelor study,
Oh,
and I had to do an internship for that course. So it was a abroad internship as well. I actually lived in South Africa in Cape Town for a while, but I had to
no.
fly back because of the current virus situation. But yeah, I worked as a sales consultant for a company in South Africa.
In
So
South Africa.
yeah.
Crazy. Crazy. I've that came unexpected. How was that for you to get out of this? Because we all know this industry is like very consuming,
Hmm.
and it would be very interesting for me to know how it was for you to make something different. Wasn't it crazy, or did you like it?
It was valuable. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was more focused on getting intercultural awareness. But yeah, I also learned a lot about sales in an intercultural setting now, and I can take that with me in yeah, the music industry as well, because in a sense, music for a great part is also marketing. So,
Absolutely.
for instance, how you get a song to what place and what place works best, etc. And sales is also connected to that. So yeah, it was very valuable for me also to take with me into the music industry. So yeah.
Crazy, crazy. I think that's very wow, exciting. And in the future now, do you want to continue working in this other business by the way, or is it like you tried but it's
Yeah, I actually I got offered a job, and I'm still considering whether I should take it or not, because I was making 80 plus hours a week
oh,
for the last 3 months. So that was a bit too hectic for me, and I don't want to do that whole summer as well. So yeah, we're just working out something like a part-time job for now. But yeah, we'll see.
yeah, and yeah, of course we will see. And what would interest me too is how do you manage it with your lifestyle and stuff? I mean, I know it does take a lot of time to produce and stuff. And how do you
Yeah.
manage that also with your private life? Do you have any tips maybe?
Um, yeah, it's not. I don't think it's good advice at all. But I usually just go and produce music whenever I feel like it. So if that's 2 a.m. and I feel inspired, I go behind the laptop and I start producing music until the sun comes up again. But that's not necessarily the way to go, I think, because it's unhealthy. But what I will say is, I also tend to focus a lot on physical and mental health, because exercise, I think, is really important to keep sharp, to keep happy, and to keep yeah, healthy. So I exercise daily, and yeah, whether or not I stay up all night, I do feel well rested and full of energy when I had my exercises. So yeah,
Oh.
that's definitely something I would give as advice, just to keep focusing on your health.
Absolutely, that makes total sense. That's a very good advice because you're sitting a lot around, I guess, when you're producing.
Yeah.
So, very good advice. Okay, what was for you personally the most beautiful experience that you had along your career in the music?
Definitely. Yeah, so I need to give a little bit of a backstory for that
Of
first.
course, I'm excited.
It's
I have a
it's
drink.
like this Liberation Day in the Netherlands on the 5th of May,
Mm-hmm.
which celebrates our freedom. And in my city, we actually have the biggest festival. So the city I live in is Zwolle, and the biggest liberation festival of the country is held in this city. And yeah, I've been visiting that festival since I was a little kid already, and never missed a year. And last year I actually got invited to play at that festival and just play music in front of thousands of people, and it was so much fun, and it was such a, yeah, viable and exhilarating experience for me. And yeah, that's definitely one of the dearest memories I currently hold, in terms of my music career. Just to play for so many people, and see so much happy faces, and making that day a little bit more happy is just what I really, really enjoy doing. So yeah.
Wow, that's so beautiful. That's such a beautiful one. I mean, you've been visiting that. I don't know. Is it like a festival or how can I
Yeah,
imagine?
so it's like a really big festival, on a really big grass field, I guess, in a park.
Wow, crazy.
And yeah, every year we celebrate our freedom as a country, as a nation in the Netherlands on the 5th of May. And we just invite the biggest artists to that festival, and just, yeah, it attracts thousands upon thousands of people every year. And yeah, it's really, really major.
Wow.
And yeah, it's so fun that it is held in my city where I live, and that's why I've been. Well, it was not necessarily a goal to play there, but it was more like a dream.
Yeah.
And last year, that dream became reality, which is insane for me to realize. Yeah.
I totally understand. I mean, you've been to that festival, I guess, since you were a child. It's a big
Yeah.
thing, so I can't even imagine how it feels to stand in front of all these people, knowing you were there as a child,
Yeah.
watching people. I mean, crazy. How did you feel when you got up on the stage? What was that feeling like for
I
you?
felt I felt home. I wasn't nervous at all. I just was really, really excited. And when I pressed play, I immediately felt home and in some kind of zen. And yeah, just realized that this is definitely what I want to do for my
Wow.
whole life. Yeah.
Wow, that is very, very beautiful experience. Thank you for sharing it.
Definitely.
Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing.
Thank you for asking.
Of course. I mean, all in all, I think it's very interesting what you're doing and the way that your mindset works. I can tell that you've been working a lot on your mental health. You seem to be like very positive, very focused.
Thank
Did
you.
you read any books or how did you come to that focus? Because, you know, I work as a free A&R, so I see a lot of artists and I see a lot of artists being very like, yeah, unhealthy, I guess. So it's very surprising for me to see you being so straight and so healthy. So
Thank you.
how come?
Um, yeah, I usually give the advice, it's in the little things, just the little things in life. Um, so yeah, I might need to elaborate on that. usually people work towards things in life. So if I finish this report, then I can be happy, or if I have this job, then I can be happy.
Mm.
But sometimes you just need to, yeah, just relax for a little bit and just review the things that you already have. So look at your fortune and try to enjoy that. And um, of course, it's good to work towards a new chapter in your life, but you need to enjoy the current chapter that you're in as well.
Mm. That's a very good one, especially for that kind of industry.
Yeah, definitely.
Makes very much sense to me because I feel like when you're so into it, you quickly slide into a state of mind where you're like, okay, I gotta reach this goal, I gotta do
Hmm.
that, I gotta do that, and that makes people, especially in long term, very sad, I guess, because you
Yeah,
forget living in the moment. So yeah, makes
completely agree
sense.
with you there. Yeah.
I'm happy to see that you have it so under control. Like it's unique, for sure. Okay. Do you think that every kind of person has a chance in this business, in this music industry? Would you recommend it to anyone?
Hmm. If you're in it for the money, then I should say already that you might as well stop now. You need to have a passion for music, so that's definitely one of the musts in the industry. But I think if you have talent, if you are able to work hard, and yeah, it definitely doesn't come falling down the sky. So you need to work hard every day and do that for years in order to at least build up a little bit of a fan base. And yeah, it takes dedication. If you're willing to do that, then you definitely got a chance to make it in this industry, I think.
Awesome. Go one with the money though.
Yeah,
Because that was like the point that we were talking about at the beginning. It's
yeah,
like it's about the passion, and I'm a person. I truly share the opinion that when you start making it for the money, it won't even work
yeah,
for a long time because you can hear it, you feel it. The vibe isn't like it doesn't make sense anymore. So yeah.
exactly. Yeah, you feel it because music is more than just melodies. It's an emotion, and you can sense that.
What was it? What does music mean to you as a private person, though?
Hmm.
Private person, yeah, private person.
Well, I already spilled the beans a bit on that one, I think. Music is more than just melodies. It's a way of life, I think. It's part of life and it's a state of mind and a state of how a person feels. Music can make you happy, music can make you sad. So it's much more than just notes on a page or through a
Yeah,
speaker. It's emotion, it's life in
yeah,
a way. Yeah.
yeah. Here's like somebody in the chat. He's like, music is more like women to him. No, I don't know. Is it like a relationship that you have with
I mean,
music?
women are also part of life, I guess. So,
You can see it like that. Yeah, sure. Okay. What would you tell somebody that would come up to you and be like, I wanna get where you are. I wanna be who you are. How can I do it? Would you give them any advice? And if yes, what kind of advice?
um, probably the same advice I gave a few questions back, just to keep working hard every day and dedicate yourself to the music. If you got passion, if you got willingness, then I'm sure you're gonna eventually turn up and find your path in the music industry. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So you basically saying it's a state of mind. Like it's just
Yeah, it's
about what.
part of mindset. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Do you have like from one of the tracks that you have released one that is like very special for you?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Which one?
It's a single I've released in November in 2019. It's called The Boy. I've written that one with Rosendale, which is a singer from the United States. I hope I'm correct in saying that he's from San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh no, San Francisco. Sorry. And yeah, basically we wrote that track because he had a friend, and that friend took his own life. it's a little bit of a sad story.
Oh wow.
And he was devastated by that, and he just was really, really emotional about that. And we used that and created a metaphor um, in drowning. So drowning in your own thoughts, and basically the music that we created inspires a message that you should always keep watch of people. Sometimes people don't really stand out, especially in a group setting. But those people can drown in their own thoughts if you don't give them any attention, and maybe even build up to the point where they are willing to take their own life because they feel so invisible. And we basically made a track about that life journey, and um, hopefully inspire people to come and sit next to somebody who doesn't really stand out or doesn't have a lot to say, and just give them the attention as well.
Hmm. Oh, that is so touching. Wow. I will check that out. Is it on Spotify probably? Because
Yeah,
I will
it is.
play it later on. What a strong message. Wow. Wow. Is it something maybe because you told at the beginning from the interview you liked Avicii and stuff? Is it maybe also something that is like very important to you as a person to have an eye in this industry on other people, because we all
Yeah,
know it's a big problem.
yeah, it's a tragedy that we lost Tim,
Yeah.
and in a way, I mean, it's terrible, but it was an eye opener to the music industry, so it wasn't for nothing. But just really hoped we could have spared him his tragic death, and I've been devastated by that news.
Yeah.
And in a way, you can indeed, how do you say that? You can connect that to the message that we made in The Boy. So keep an eye on someone, and
Yeah.
yeah,
And you did that. You are like talking about it and including it into your music, and that is also already a win to me, because you
thank you.
spread this message, you spread this mindset, and maybe you saved somebody. You never know.
You never know.
I
Yeah,
think music can save lives, like literally. So
yeah,
you really
yeah.
never know.
I actually received one of them. I think it was in February this year. I received a message from somebody that went through a lot of depressing thoughts and just a really bad time in her life. I won't state a name or anything. But she said that the boy actually helped her come over that, and she was
Yeah.
inspired. And who knows? Maybe it would have ended badly. It was just really, really inspiring and motivational for me to read that my music touched somebody in that way. So
Oh, that's crazy. So you
yeah.
kind of did save somebody already with your music, and they
Who knows?
even came up to you. That's crazy. I'm proud of you. That's good.
Thank you so much. That's so sweet.
Okay. Next question though. Do you like how much time did it take for you to get to the level where you are now? Like just
Hmm.
from your skills. How hard is it? Because honestly, I've tried to produce once in a session, and it's not easy at all.
I can understand. So like I said, I basically still learn new things every day, and I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon. But um, to get to the point where I am right now, where people actually enjoy my music, I can inspire people. I think that was 2 years ago. So I've been working on music for 4 or 5 years already before that,
Wow.
just to familiarize yourself with how melodic structure works and arrangements, mixing, mastering. There's so much to it, and that's only the creative part. Then there comes the part that I think you can also talk about, which is marketing and presenting and pitching and yeah, there's so much to it.
Yeah, I can tell. Like, I just had this one session and tried, and I was like, no, 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 no. I'm gonna keep on pitching. I think that's enough. Like, I don't. However,
I
but
saw this meme about people trying to create music and a producer, how he sees a digital audio workstation is just like a home to him. And people who don't know anything about it seen like this board of binary codes with only ones and zeros and stuff, and just complete holographic images to it.
yes, that was exactly how I felt. You have to send me that meme. I will post it.
I'm gonna try to find it again. It's a fun one.
It really is. Okay, how realistic is the cliche of the lifestyle of a musician? What would you say as a musician?
What a cliche.
I,
Um,
are
in
you a
terms of my
cliche?
industry or as general musicians?
Your industry. Your
Hmm.
industry.
I do feel that the big guys in the industry keep a good eye on their health, or they all do that. If you look at Kygo, for instance, he's a pretty healthy guy. He's pretty fit as well. Don Diablo, Mike Williams as well. I think a lot of people actually found out that mental health comes with physical health as well. And yeah, they're all really, really down to earth and inspiring people. And
Mm.
I think that's what the music industry needed. So yeah,
Ah, interesting. Very good. Yeah, absolutely. I think there is happening a lot at the moment and already in the past when it comes to the mindset. Also because of tragedies like Avicii and stuff, we start
yeah,
caring more and thinking more.
yeah. And
Yeah,
supporting more and giving more to mental health in artists as well. I notice it a lot.
yeah, yeah. That's me too. Me too. Okay. Is there like any advice you would give yourself as a person if you could like talk to your older or like no your younger self? What would you tell yourself?
Hmm. Um, so the first year or two, I was really focused on yeah, on results. And what I would give back to him, to a younger me, is probably be proud of the path that you traverse instead of being focused on being proud of the project itself.
Mm.
So I'm always really, really proud of my process instead of proud of the track. And if you're proud of your process, you're in a way instantly proud of your track as well, but not only proud of your track. I hope that
Ah,
makes sense.
it makes total sense what you're
Yeah,
saying there. Totally. It's like I can tell from talking to you, you're like a very, how do you call it? A very strong and focused person. You can really see you've learned the stuff, you've built yourself up and reflected a lot. Um, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that
that
makes
makes me
absolutely
so happy
sense.
to.
um, how do you personally think that the music industry will develop in the future?
Hmm. That's an interesting one. I think Um, well, it's a little bit of a broad statement because it's generalizing, but I don't mean it in that way. But I do feel like musicians and mainstream is getting a little bit lazy at the moment.
Mm.
A lot of people benchmark other artists and try to recreate what they are making. And if you compare it to the sounds of, for instance, 2000s and the 90s, there was a lot more revolutionary sounds going on in that period of time. And I do think that within 10 years or 5 or 10 years, people will start to realize that there needs to be a movement in music rather than focusing on formulas and repetitiveness.
Mm.
So I think we're going to in the near future, we're going to see a lot of new movements in music and a lot of new genres being created and yeah, stepping forward.
Yeah, yeah. Ah, very interesting what you're saying there. very interesting. I really agree. And yeah, I can't wait to see your journey along the way, see what you're doing. How is it when it comes to like technique? Because we had this big revolution with the streaming platforms and stuff. Do you see anything like that coming in the future too? Like something very revolutionary for the industry, maybe technically?
Hmm. Haven't given that much thought yet, but it's a good one to think about. Let me see. Um, Maybe there's gonna be more integration within live streams um, on demand platforms.
Maybe.
I don't know, yeah, because live streams are getting more and more popular, and yeah, given the current virus situation that's going on as well, I think live streams are going to be more important. I mean, we're in a live stream right now.
Yeah, we are. We are.
So maybe there's something like an integration where people incorporate live streams a little bit more rather than just yeah, having on demand, also having more live stream sessions. And I think that's at least the near future where music industry is going to head as well.
Wow. Wow, yeah, absolutely. I think so too. I see lots of potential when it comes to that. And
Yeah,
yeah, we're going to see it in the future, I guess.
we'll see. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm coming to like the not the last question, but nearly the last question, and that would be where can people find you?
I'm on all the usual platforms. I mean, I'm on mostly found on Spotify. I'm also on Apple Music, Deezer, SoundCloud, YouTube, and all the other Google Play, Napster, Pandora, and go on.
Under Laurentius.
Under Laurentius, correct.
Okay, perfect. So people, you should really check that out. I will post that on my channel and everywhere so people can find you. And now the last question, which I think is very exciting. I always give my guests the opportunity to say like a quote or something that inspired them a lot. And I wanted to ask you if you maybe had one for me.
Okay. Yeah, that's also going to be something that we already discussed. But I'm trying to make it into a nice quote for you.
Okay, perfect.
Happiness comes from the little things in life.
Quote. Okay, perfect. Laurentius, now I'm gonna put on your music on your Spotify so people in the stream can check that out.
Awesome.
And I'm very happy that you were here as a guest today. It was so nice to talk to you. I think you have a very beautiful mindset and make very beautiful music. So if there is anything where I can support you in the future, you can always contact me and tell me when there's another release so I can support you on my pages and stuff.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Ronja. I had a lot of fun. It was a really fun interview, and yeah, just thank you so much for the opportunity. And yeah,
Of course.
thank you.
What a pleasure. Okay, so now I'm going to dive into your Spotify. Thank you, Laurentius, for being here. Thanks for
Yes,
the
thank you
beautiful
so
quote.
much.
See ya.
See ya. Ciao.
Ciao. What a nice person. What a cool guy. I really like him. Okay, that was a very interesting interview today. I'm gonna check out his music now. We're gonna check out his music now. I'm gonna be live at the next Thursday, or like this Thursday and Friday at 6 p.m. I do this every week. So if you like this kind of stream where I interview people, sometimes there's even a live performance, you can feel free to support me or follow me or anything. And yes, now we're gonna check out his music. Here we go. Okay, guys, let's dive into it. Thanks for joining today. See you next time. And now I gotta see how you make the... Yes.
about me. You think you got me figured out. I'm insecure when you're around me. I'll give you something to talk about. 'Cause you can't handle the truth. You ain't got a clue what I've been through. And they got something to say when I'm away. You're always trying to play these games, but you think you do, but you don't know me like that. You say you love me, then you take it right back. But if you took the time to look at my past, start checking your facts, you would know me like that, girl. You're being cynical, this empirical. Haven't you all to guess because I'm leaving you. Before I do, better check your facts. You say you do, but you don't know me like that. Say you do, but you don't know me like that. You say you do, but you don't know me like that. Say you do, but you don't know me like that, girl. You say you do, but you don't know me like that. You can take back all the things you said. Tears I wept, blood I bled. No, whoa. You can take back all the things you said. Tears I wept, blood I bled. No, whoa. 'Cause you can't handle the truth. You ain't got a clue what I've been through. And they got something to say when I'm away. You're always trying to play these games, but you think you do, but you don't know me like that. You say you love me, then you take it right back. But if you took the time to look at my past, start checking your facts, you would know me like that, girl. You're being cynical, this empirical. Haven't you all to guess because I'm leaving you. Before I do, better check your facts. You say you do, but you don't know me like that, girl. Say you do, but you don't know me like that, girl. You say you do, but you don't know me like that. Say you do, but you don't know me like that, girl. Say you do, but you don't know me like that. You think you do, but you don't know me like that. You say you love me, then you take it right back. But if you took the time to look at my past, start checking your facts, you would know me like that, girl. You're being cynical, this empirical. Haven't you all to guess because I'm leaving you. Before I do, better check your facts. You say you do, but you don't know me like that, girl. I think it's time I let you go. I spend my wish trying to keep you happy, to end up lost and all alone.